already, how y'all doing, and welcome to yet another episode of Ringside Roundup here on the channel. And for today's Ringside Roundup, man, we are starting the road to WrestleMania because we are going to be talking about the entire show of the 2026 Royal Rumble. We're going to be reviewing the show, leaving my thoughts, what I didn't like, what I did like, all the superstars who entered in every Royal Rumble, everything that you need to know will be broken down and reviewed by your boy in this video. But as always, before we get anywhere into any video, be sure to help your boy out by liking the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload, go follow the socials, and you can find links to those in the description of this video. That includes my Instagram account, my X account. And as always, remember, if you want to leave your thoughts, the comments are open. So whether that's leaving your thoughts on the show, debating my thoughts, anything that you have to feel about the world of professional wrestling, leave those down in the comments below. But now, enough talking. Let's get right into today's Ringside Roundup. Alright, so we would start off the Royal Rumble with an absolute bang, man. We would start it off with one of the Royal Rumble matches that we will be getting tonight. Obviously, we get two, but we started off with the women's 30 women Royal Rumble match, man. So let's break it all down, man. We're going to go through all the entrances, so let's do it, man. So at number one, we would all start it off with Charlotte Flair, and as soon as Charlotte's music hit, and as soon as I knew she was number one, I just knew who number two was. Can you guess? Yes, it was Alexa Bliss, her tag team partner. Very interesting. What would happen between these two is pretty much, they would try to mess with each other. They would, try to put each other in moves, but then they'd be like, hey, I'm just messing around type of thing, because obviously they're tag team partners. They don't want to ruin their friendship. They want to leave each other in the match because then each member, or both of those women can use that as, support, and they don't want to ruin that. So, that would play out. But then we would get to number three. We would bring out Kiana James, who would start it off pretty good for herself, and she would do pretty well up against even when the odds aren't in her favor. She would do pretty well, and she would take down Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, and she'd do pretty well against them. And then we would get to number four. We would get to Nia Jax, and funny thing about Nia Jax and Kiana James here is we would see a moment where Kiana James would have some strength. She'd put all that strength and she would use it to deliver a nice Samoan drop to Nia Jax. So I think that was pretty cool moment for Kiana James. Kiana James in general did pretty freaking good in this match, not gonna lie. I think Kiana did very solid overall for what she did do. Same with Nia. I mean, really same with pretty much any woman. Then we would go on, a little bit later on to number five, we get Ivy Nile, then over to six, Lola Vice, then over to seven, Candice LeRae. Then we would get to stars like Jordan Grace, Becky Lynch, Sol Ruca, Roxanne Perez, Maxine Dupree, and then people like Natalia, Liv Morgan, Lash Legend, Zelina Vega, Raquel Rodriguez, Chelsea Green, Julia, Io Sky, Asuka, Rhea Ripley, Bayley, JC Jane, Nikki Bella, Lyra Valkyria, Kalani Jordan, Kairi Sane, and Brie Bella and Tiffany Stratton. And yes, I did say it, Brie Bella. Yes, Brie Bella made her return here in the Royal Rumble match. That was absolutely insane, and we're going to talk about that for a few moments here before we talk about other stuff. So man, yes, Brie Bella back in the Royal Rumble, or back in WWE, man. This is going to be crazy, man. So one question I do have, because in this match, Brie Bella and Nikki Bella would be working together. They would work together. So I think, man, the women's tag division is about to heat up, man. So we'll see what happens throughout the next couple weeks, and obviously all the way till the through the entire year. So we'll see what happens, man. But I can't wait for Brie Bella to be back in action regularly, man. She was back tonight. I think that means she's going to be back with Nikki, because they were also wearing the same uniform. They were teaming up, so it's going to be interesting. They would even also stand up against other tag teams like Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. So if they're in that match, so that was very cool. So I think that Brie Bella is 100% back, and we're going to get some nice tag team action in the women's side. So stay tuned for that. Stay on the lookout for that. See what happens between them. I, for one, will be paying close attention. But as far as eliminations in this match, going back up to Charlotte Flair at number one, she would get a few eliminations. She would eliminate Nia Jax, and she would even eliminate her own tag team partner, Alexa Bliss. Now, that was on accident. It was not on purpose at all. So, but you already know that was kind of going to happen, man. They want to build more suspense, and they want to build that up for you. So, of course, she's going to probably eliminate her tag team partner. That's exactly what she did. She would eliminate Alexa Bliss. She would actually eliminate Nia and Alexa roughly around the same time throughout the match. So that was a bit interesting there. Kiana James, like I said, delivered that Samoan drop. Going down, Jordan Grace would actually get some eliminations, and she was actually killing it for a minute with the eliminations. She would get 3 limbs, and 2 of them were literally just with less than a minute of her being in there, and she would eliminate people like Candice LeRae, Ivy Nile, and and even Lola Vice, she would even eliminate her. And so that was pretty cool. I think Jordan Grace did pretty good in this match, man. Can't wait to see more from her, and obviously everything going on with her and Jade Cargill. Obviously with Becky Lynch as well, she would also get an elimination against on Maxine Dupree, so that's pretty poetic, you know. Obviously she needs to, or that's, you know, very poetic, and I say that because obviously, you know, Becky and Maxine, they are, you know, they feuded, and you know, Becky does not like Maxine. Maxine doesn't like Becky, so definitely a bit poetic there in that sense. Going down further, I want to talk about Sol Ruca actually for a second. She did really good in this match. We're going to talk about her actually later on once again, but man, she did really good in this match as well. Natalia would also even get an elimination against Becky Lynch, so that's interesting, you know, kind of just building more suspense for the women's Intercontinental title division. Obviously, you know, Natalia just recently turned heel against Maxine Dupree, so that's going to really heat things up for sure. And then Liv Morgan would even get some eliminations. She would eliminate the likes of Natalia, and she would even eliminate her own tag team partner Raquel Rodriguez towards the end of the match, man. This one was crazy, man. She would eliminate her own tag team partner, and she would literally laugh. I mean, she literally would be there smiling. So I think this is a backstabbing, man, for sure, and that's even what the commentators were calling a backstabbing. So, man, that is going to be interesting. So I can't wait to see what happens on Monday Night Raw for that. That is going to be really wild, in my opinion, as far as what happens there. So that's very freaking awesome as well, man. Really heats things up, builds a lot of suspense. Going on to Lash Legend, also so definitely a standout in this match for Lash Legend. She would eliminate the likes of both Nikki Bella and Brie Bella, so that was pretty cool. That was good for her. She would even eliminate Charlotte, so that's even better. She would even eliminate Io Sky, man. So really, you know, main people that Lash Legend eliminated, man. So Lash Legend really has potential here, man, because she eliminated the likes of, you know, a lot of top, you know, women stars in the WWE right now. So that is insane for Lash Legend, man. That is really going to boost her to a whole nother level, if you ask me. I mean, she didn't win the Rumble, of course, which we'll talk about who did at the end. But you know, it's just kind of crazy to me. So that's you know, WWE definitely sees something in her, man, to have her eliminate stars like that. Going down, Raquel Rodriguez would also get some eliminations against the likes of Kiana James, and she would even eliminate Rhea Ripley. Long time story building through there, as we know. You know, Rhea and you know, Raquel, they've had their battles, they've had their, you know, all that. So that was definitely poetic as well, in my opinion. Chelsea Green, what I want to talk about her for just a few moments. She would have she would kind of have like a Kofi Kingston moment where she would actually surf Alba Fire to stay in the stay in the match, because she would obviously almost get eliminated, but Alba Fire would be right there, and she would be able to put her 2 feet on Alba's back and get back in the match. So that was pretty cool, kind of like a Kofi Kingston moment, like I said. Rhea Ripley would also get some eliminations, and she would eliminate the likes of Chelsea Green, Roxanne Perez, and other people as well. So that was pretty cool. I mean, Rhea definitely did really good in this match. Obviously going to be a standout. I mean, it's Rhea fucking Ripley, so let's be honest. Going down, I mean, Lyra Valkyria would also get some elimination. She would eliminate the likes of Julia. And then that's really, that's really it for eliminations, except one more. We also had Kairi Sane get on a limb. She would eliminate people like, she would eliminate her own tag team partner, Asuka, which would be an accident, but we all know how Asuka acts, man. So gonna be interesting to see how Asuka reacts to this on Monday. So we'll see what happens with all that. I mean, a lot of suspense was built in this match as far as tag teams go, and as far as just, like I said, the future, which is what a Royal Rumble should do. But man, let's get down to the final three. So our final three would have the likes of Tiffany Stratton, because Tiffany Stratton would make her return as well, Liv Morgan, and Sol Ruca, man. And the final three was absolutely amazing. A lot of like, oh my God, who's gonna win in this final three? So we would see Sol Ruca deliver a double soul snatcher to both of those women. So really standout here was definitely also Sol Ruca for sure. But we would get to the ending, man. We would see all three women on the apron. Sol Ruca would make a rookie mistake, go for a high-flying move. That would cost her big time, and she would get eliminated by Tiffany Stratton. And then it would be Tiffany Stratton and Liv Morgan. And guess who comes out on top? It was Liv fucking Morgan, man. Let's freaking go. One of my top picks to win this, and I'm so glad she did win this, man. I'm a big fan of Liv Morgan. She definitely deserves this after everything she's done in WWE over the past year and a half. It's just been so amazing. It's just been such a good ride for Liv Morgan. Definitely deserving this. So she is going on to WrestleMania, man. I'm actually going to be there at WrestleMania 42, so that's going to be awesome to see Liv Morgan in action, man. And as far as regarding me going to WrestleMania 42, stay tuned on the channel when it's actually WrestleMania season, because I'll be doing tons of content on that as well. But man, great stuff.
throughout this entire match, man. Liv Morgan, though, does make it to the end. She does go on. She will be going to WrestleMania. So I think this was a great Women's Royal Rumble, man. At first, I was kind of like, but man, then we started getting better and we started building great suspense and, started building up things that are, going to turn probably really major, like suspense for tag teams and all that, man. So enough talking, man. I mean, you get the point. This was just an epic Women's Royal Rumble, in my opinion. We started off this show absolutely amazing. So my final thoughts here, great Royal Rumble. I can't wait to see what happens with a lot of these storylines going on for the next few weeks and months and, even the next year. So we'll see what happens. But final thoughts here, great freaking Royal Rumble, man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, not all the news, not all of what happens on the WWE shows can be good, man. So we moved in to AJ Styles versus Gunther, and as you can tell by probably my tone of voice, yeah, I mean, it happened, We're going to talk about just what that is in a few moments here, but first, let's talk about this match, man. I think this match was awesome as far as in-ring. I think it was very good. I mean, obviously a good portion. Obviously, you got Gunther walking over AJ Styles. AJ Styles, though, I mean, not like a full, AJ Styles, does get his offense up in there, though, and we get some good back and forth between him and Gunther. There was a cool moment where Gunther would try to get his power bomb, but then AJ would reverse it, do hit, and then try to do power bomb of his. Then it just kept going back and forth like that until finally AJ Styles, in that sense, did land his power bomb. So kind of using Gunther or giving Gunther a taste of his own medicine. So that was pretty cool. We would also see blood from AJ Styles in this match, so that was a bit interesting. Was not expecting that. And I mean, that's really it, man. But overall, from in-ring, I think this match was great. We would also see a 450 splash from AJ in this match, so that's pretty freaking awesome. Really solid 450 splash. But yeah, overall, great stuff from an in-ring perspective. But of course, it all happens at the end, exactly what all of us don't want to happen. So literally the last, pretty much the last few minutes of this match, literally just Gunther doing sleepers. AJ gets out of it, but then Gunther, beats him down again, delivers the sleeper again, beats him down again, delivers the sleeper again. And that's just literally what the last few moments of this match were. And it's really unfortunate, but man, AJ Styles' career has officially come to an end in the WWE. That is unfortunate, man. AJ Styles, a guy that really got me into wrestling, a guy that really, I saw him, and he's the first superstar that I actually really liked. He's literally the first superstar whose merchandise I ever had. I still have the gloves somewhere. They're all ripped, unfortunately, now, but I think they're somewhere around here. But yeah, I mean, it's really unfortunate, man. Really sucks to see AJ, retired and all that. It really is unfortunate. But it just continues to reign the legacy of Gunther, where Gunther's just he's the new legend killer, man. He's literally the new legend killer, but not Randy Orton. He's Gunther, he's Gunther the legend killer. It's going to keep happening whether we like it or not. He's going to keep he's going to keep retiring superstars and legends, just like he did Cena, Goldberg, and now AJ Styles, man. So it's matches we don't like it, it's going to keep happening. There's just no doubt about that in my mind. But yeah, man, let's sum this up and get and move on. I mean, pretty much what you got to know. I mean, as far as the final in-ring match from AJ Styles, really good shit. He put on a great match. So did Gunther as well. I mean, even though I don't like Gunther, but I mean, you still can't deny that he was, obviously a crucial part in making this match good. Now the outcome obviously is terrible. Nobody wants that. That's obviously, but yeah, I mean, to sum it all up, man, great in-ring stuff, but obviously that outcome really unfortunate. Unfortunately, the Phenomenal One has retired, man, but he's still going to remain phenomenal in my eyes, just saying. But yeah, man, that's really my last and final thoughts here, man. So much respect to AJ, man. It's really unfortunate to see him go, but shit happens. People retire, and right now it was AJ Styles' time. So yeah, that's really my final thoughts here, honestly, on this. But yeah, that's really it. All right, now we make our way on to Drew McIntyre defending his undisputed WWE Championship against Sami Zayn. And in this match, man, it was kind of just what you'd expect, but it was still, for the most part, a very solid match. But, I mean, why I say it's what you'd expect, it's because, I mean, most of us obviously know that Sami Zayn was most likely not to win this one, and obviously he didn't, but also just the way the match played out. I mean, it pretty much throughout this entire match, I mean, Drew McIntyre would deliver, a lot of Claymore kicks, a lot of his moves, but Sami would keep keep kicking out. So that's kind of the kind of match this was. It was just Sami Zayn, even though Drew McIntyre does, this stuff to him, he still fights back up. But obviously, at the end, he would, Sami Zayn would fall to the wrath of Drew McIntyre and he would lose this match as expected, which again is why I say, is what you'd expect. But overall, it's still solid, We would also see the announcer's table get broken because Drew McIntyre would pick up Sami Zayn with a powerbomb and then slam him down onto the announcer's table. So that was pretty cool. Also had throughout this match kind of like Sami Zayn's back. That was kind of a vital role in this match. Like his spine area, that was a vital role of how, McIntyre planned out his moves, what he did, really attacking that back for the most of this match, from the beginning to the end. That's why that announcer's table spot was very effective in this match for Drew McIntyre. But inevitably, man, we would get to Drew McIntyre delivers a Claymore kick, and then that's pretty much it, man. 1, 2, 3. McIntyre still walking out your champion as expected, man. Definitely did not see Sami Zayn winning this one. Also, really didn't want to see Sami win this anyways. I just really can't picture Sami holding the undisputed title, but I will say I could definitely hold him. I could definitely visualize him holding the world heavyweight title. There's something in my mind that just really avoids me from even trying to visualize Sami Zayn holding the undisputed title. I just think that's really not the right fit for him. I think he can hold top titles, but I think it would be the world heavyweight. So I just I'm definitely glad that Sami Zayn did not win here tonight. I mean, even if he did, I'd still be happy. I'm just saying I just think it's better for Drew to win anyways. Number one, Drew literally just won, so I mean there's no point to have him lose. We need to have Drew definitely hold this at least up until WrestleMania for sure. But yeah, I mean that's really my final thoughts there, man. I mean it was a pretty good match for the most part. Nothing crazy, nothing, but obviously not terrible at the same time, kind of what you'd expect as mentioned. But yeah, all you got to know here, man, Drew McIntyre is still walking out your champion, so we'll see how that progresses. But yeah, that's really all you got to know. Holy hell, ladies and gentlemen, man, our main event of the night, absolutely freaking insane. It was the men's Royal Rumble, man. This match was absolutely freaking incredible. I mean, it was just an absolutely insane match, man. So let's break it all down. Got the piece of paper. Let's break it all down from entrances. We'll start it off with the entrances. So at number one, we would start it off with Oba Femi, and he would absolutely slay in the beginning stages of this match, man. It was absolutely insane. And at number two would also be Braun Breaker. So, man, this match absolutely insane. He would eliminate at the beginning of this match the likes of Solo Sikoa, Rey Mysterio. He would also eliminate Rusev, and he would eliminate Matt Cardona, who were all in the top six in the first six entrants in this match. And I want to talk about Braun Breaker for a second here, real quick, so that way we can follow up. So with Braun Breaker, as he was making his entrance, we would see a masked man. So another masked man in all black comes out and he attacks Braun Breaker before he can get in the ring. Then he curb stomps him, throws him in the ring, and then Oba Femi eliminates him as well. So Oba Femi absolutely slayed in literally the first minute of this match. I mean, it was absolutely insane. But as far as the masked man for who the masked man is, it is Seth Rollins 100%. He delivered a curb stomp. Now, yes, okay, he delivered a curb stomp. So did Austin Theory, and he was, revealed as the masked man. But this guy also has a beard just like Seth Rollins. It's Seth Rollins. It has to be. We're on the road to WrestleMania. There's the only person it could be is Seth Rollins. So Seth Rollins is 100% back. When will it be revealed that it is Seth Rollins? Maybe we wait. I think we're gonna wait all the way up until Elimination Chamber in 4 weeks, and then it'll be revealed that it is Seth Rollins. So we'll see how it all plays out there. But man, very insane there, man. Rollins is 100% back. It has got to be Rollins. I just can't picture who else it could be, to be honest. So I think that the new hoodie man, the masked man, is definitely 100% Seth Rollins. But we'll have to wait and see for sure on that. But I'm still 100% for sure that it is Seth Rollins who attacked Braun Breaker. It just doesn't make any sense who else would do that. But proceeding onward from that, like I said, Oba Femi doing his shit. I mean, absolutely slaying that whole stuff with Braun Breaker. But going down, like I said, we would have Solo Sikoa for the third, Rey Mysterio, Rusev, Matt Cardona, Damian Priest, Javon Evans. We would even have Mystery Iguana in this match. We would also see Trick Williams. We would even see Cody Rhodes. We would also see El Grande Americano, as well as OG El Grande Americano. So that is pretty interesting. I know El Grande and then OG Americano. So we'll see how that plays out as well over the next few weeks and months, and even up until Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania.
But then we would also see Royce Keys, who was formerly known as Powerhouse Hobbs. If you guys know who that is, I personally don't, but hey, if you do, you do. We also had Austin Theory, Bronson Reed, Ilya Dragunov, La Parka, who is also from AAA. We'd even see Dragon Lee, Logan Paul, LA Knight, Brock Lesnar, The Miz, Rey Fenix, Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, Penta, Randy Orton, and finally, number 30 would be Gunther. So tons of great entrances, man. Like I said, Oba doing his stuff, Braun Breaker doing his stuff. We would even Trick Williams in this match would also do pretty freaking well. I mean, pretty much everybody in this match did absolutely amazing. This match was very action-packed as it should be. It's a Royal Rumble, and man, it was 10 times better than the Women's Royal Rumble, and the Women's Royal Rumble was already so good, man. I really liked this match. Javon Evans even did very freaking awesome, and really loved everything he did in this match. Like I said, Trick Williams would get an elimination. He would eliminate the likes of OG Americano. Even Cody Rhodes would get some eliminations in there. He would eliminate the likes of Trick Williams, Brock Lesnar, LA Knight, and Cody Rhodes would also in this match at the end of the match he would actually deliver a Cody Cutter to Randy Orton when when Randy Orton was holding Gunther. The Cody Cutter was meant for Gunther, but it would accidentally be delivered to Randy Orton. So that was pretty interesting there. See how that plays out. Probably won't turn into anything too crazy, but we'll see. I mean, you never know. But then also, going down, OG El Grande Americano would eliminate the regular El Grande Americano. So that's interesting. Like I said, we'll see how all that plays out. Going down even more, LA Knight would also get some eliminations in here, which is awesome. He would eliminate the likes of Austin Theory, Bronson Reed, and even Brock Lesnar. I mean, so pretty much, dude, the Vision, all members of the Vision in this match got absolutely destroyed. I mean, I'm going to say it right now, none of them won. So no members of the Vision won this match, and it was literally supposed to be Braun Breaker winning this match. None of the Vision won this match, man. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Vision plays out at the until the throughout the next few weeks up until Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania. It's going to be very interesting, man. I'm not going to lie. I'm really hyped for these next few weeks and on the road to WrestleMania. It's going to be absolutely freaking amazing. Tonight's Royal Rumble, just absolutely awesome. But continuing down, man, Brock Lesnar, he would eliminate the likes of Oba Femi and Ilya Dragunov and Rey Fenix. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, dude, I mean, he would Brock Lesnar would do some great stuff here, and he would even have a standoff with Oba Femi as mentioned. So that was very awesome. I mean, two of the biggest men in this Royal Rumble match, two of the most jacked, the biggest men in this match, having an absolute standoff, just like Godzilla versus Kong, was absolutely insane, man. Really enjoyed that there. We'd even, and then going even further down, we would also see Jey Uso. He would run it back in this match, so that was pretty cool, just like he usually does. Run it back, yeet, does this all that. So that was pretty cool. And then he would also deliver a 1D with Roman Reigns, so that was pretty cool. Him and Roman Reigns would have some little bit of chemistry there, a little bit of tag team action style there. So they would deliver a 1D together. So I think that was pretty cool. And then Roman Reigns would also going back to Roman Reigns. He would do like another run it back with Jey Uso after he already ran it back once, and he would fake out Jey Uso, and then because right after he's like hey, run it back, let's do it. But then right after, once the music hits, then he sucker punches Jey Uso. I don't think that's going to turn into anything really major, because literally right after they delivered the 1D and they partnered up together. So I don't think that's going to turn into anything major. But also Roman Reigns would also eliminate the likes of Jacob Fatu. He would even eliminate Jey Uso, but still, I just don't think anything is really going to turn in big of that. He would also eliminate Logan Paul. So right there, that's all the Vision gone. Every member of the Vision was gone, even before the 30th entrant came out. Well, actually, no, it was after the 30th entrant came out. My bad. So that's pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty interesting, actually. I mean, it's going to be, like I said, going to be wild to see how that plays out over the next few weeks and up until WrestleMania. Randy Orton would also do some really good stuff. He would deliver an RKO to Penta from midair, so that was pretty cool. And even to Javon Evans, because Javon would try to go for his OG cutter, but then that would get turned around midair. Randy would deliver an RKO to Javon, so that's pretty awesome. And then finally, Gunther would also get some eliminations up in there. He would obviously eliminate Randy Orton, so that was pretty interesting. That's at that point where I was like, okay, I think Gunther's about to win this, and I'm like, dude, do not let him win this. I really didn't want Gunther to win. Thankfully, he didn't, which we'll talk about a little bit more in a few moments here. But one elimination that we did not talk about is Cody Rhodes. So who eliminated Cody? Because it was actually a superstar who eliminated Cody Rhodes was not even in the Royal Rumble. In fact, the superstar who did eliminate Cody Rhodes is currently a champion, and it was Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre would eliminate Cody Rhodes, man. So that is insane. Drew McIntyre really just hates Cody, man. He really despises Cody, man. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I really think Cody, after what we saw tonight between him and McIntyre once again, I feel like Cody has a high chance of winning this Elimination Chamber. It's either between him or it's going to be, it's either going to be between Cody winning this Elimination Chamber or it's going to be Braun Breaker, in my opinion. But we'll see how it all plays out, like I said. But tons of suspense once again built in this match and in the men's Royal Rumble match as well. Tons of great storylines that have been, already, started just within this match, or just more storylines just progressing even more. I mean, just all of it so good. Really, really freaking love this match. But let's get down to our final two. So our final two would be the OTC, Roman Reigns and Gunther, man. That was our final two, and Gunther would try to deliver some sleepers to Roman. He would connect those sleepers, but he would not make Roman fade away to throw him over the top. In fact, it would all come crashing down on Gunther. We would see the spear, and it would be made official. Roman Reigns does advance to WrestleMania. So yeah, that is absolutely freaking amazing, man. But also at the same time, with Roman Reigns winning this, it's kind of making me question, like, okay, what do they have planned for Roman? Because it's like, I would have actually picked a lot of other people to win this besides Roman, but that's not what happened. And Roman Reigns actually came out on top here. So that is insane. I'm really wondering what they are going to do with Roman here at WrestleMania. I'm assuming he's going to challenge CM Punk, but we'll see, more on that. But it's going to be interesting to see what they try to build for him, or what they do build for him. I mean, I was really not expecting Roman to win this, but I am glad he did, because, I mean, like I said, the top final two were Roman and Gunther, and obviously out of that, everybody would go Roman any day, dude. Come on, nobody wanted Gunther to win that, and thankfully he didn't. Like I said, for a second, I really thought WWE was going to go Gunther, but luckily that was not the case, man. But my final thoughts here on this men's Royal Rumble of 2026 here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Absolutely freaking amazing. It was such a freaking good match. I really love this match. There's so much, like I said, that was built up within this match, like with everything that with Braun Breaker and possibly Seth Rollins, which, like I said, it's guaranteed Seth Rollins, man. Just go back and look at the guy. It has got to be Seth Rollins. There's just no way. Obafemi doing everything he did, the standoff with Lesnar, and just him freaking dominating the first minute of this match is insane. Just everything else, man, just really good in this match. I really enjoyed this match. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens over, towards Elimination Chamber the next few weeks, and even up until WrestleMania, man. I can't wait. This road to WrestleMania, for WrestleMania 42, it's going to be great, man. So I can't wait. I already really want to go watch freaking Monday Night Raw this next episode, but unfortunately we have 2 days away, so man, I am really hyped. Great freaking action here. Great stuff from every superstar. Action-packed Royal Rumble, man. Great freaking stuff. And once again, your boy OTC Roman Reigns, point your ones to the sky, because he is going on to WrestleMania 42. And man, final thoughts, absolutely freaking amazing, man. All right, everybody. Well, that is going to conclude the Ringside Roundup for the 2026 Riyadh, Saudi Arabia Royal Rumble, man. This was an incredible Royal Rumble. Everything about this Royal Rumble was so good. And well, except for the fact that AJ Styles did retire, man. It really sucks on that part, but I don't want to really talk about that too much, because we really want to keep the state up, But overall, man, for the most part, this Royal Rumble was absolutely incredible. The women's Rumble, the men's Rumble, McIntyre and Sammy was really good. And even Gunther and, AJ, that was still a good in-ring match, even though we really hated the outcome. I know I did. I guarantee everybody did, But really solid stuff here in this Royal Rumble, man. Really enjoyed everything about it, man. But as always, be sure to leave your thoughts down in the comments below. And as always, before we get out of here, be sure to help your boy out by liking the video, subscribe to the channel, because we are almost at 400 freaking subscribers, man. So if you're not already and you watch the videos and you're not already subbed, turn on the subscribe button. Click that sub button, help your boy get to 400 subs, man. It would really help me out a ton. And even hit that notification bell as mentioned, so you never miss an upload here on the channel, because we always do wrestling content. So if you're into tons of wrestling content, be sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, because you will freaking love every bit of this channel, man. But as always, like I said, take care, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below, whether that's debating my thoughts, leaving your thoughts on the show, or anything you feel about the world of professional wrestling in general. And also follow the socials. You can find links to those, as always, in the description of every video. But as always, I hope you all enjoy it. I will catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace.